Alright, I'm not sure. This will be a nice test to see what part shows up on YouTube. It says I'm live, but it often takes 15 to 30 seconds nowadays for StreamYard to start popping up on my YouTube, so I'm watching. Still nothing. Hey, there it goes. Wow, look at that. 20 seconds. Okay. Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome, Mom, Alabama, Chaos. Literally just got an iTwitch started. So, I'm skipping my coffee this morning. Maybe that's why I've got the iTwitch. I'm trying to drink less caffeine and limit myself, and since I work a closing shift tonight at work, I'm gonna just have one coffee later when I get to work. So, excuse me while I'm half sleep-brained and do this. But today we're going through the part 2. There's probably going to be a part 3, 4, and 5 of this as well. But we're going to do a little short part 2 where I play with some of this diamond dirt more. Yesterday, after I went and washed a bunch of the clay, muddy dirt stuff, I actually did find what I believe to be one little diamond and then a couple other pieces that are potential diamond, but they may be too small to test. But the one that I found does seem large enough to maybe test. What I need is a diamond hardness tester, like one of those gem tester units they use. They're not the best ever, but they sure can help. Yeah, morning Alabama. So, now that we're started and live, I'm going to do another round of the membership gifting. Because we get 10 free ones to give out per month. I did 5 before the start. And there's another 5, so let's see. Oh yeah, the first ones were Crimson Luck, Mandy's Candy, Rock Twister, Bearishi, that's my brother, and Diggin' Appalachia. Hey, sweet, haven't seen him around much lately. And then just now we had Stony Creek Spark Chaser, and Alabama. Hey, congrats, Alabama. Rocky Mountain Bear, Boot, and Jeff. Jeff wasn't a member? His membership must have just expired, because I swear Jeff was a member. Or maybe I gifted him last month, it expired and I gifted him again. Hello Sonia, thank you for joining us. Does it sound alright? I am using an earpiece today. I was wanting to try out something a little different. If I do accidentally turn on my volume or anything, it reduces the echo by quite a bit. The noise cancellation and echo cancellation is much better in my headphone than the phone itself. Awesome, love to hear it. Well, let's flip this around. We don't have a ton of time today, so... Oh no. Oh, it's not letting me change the camera settings. There it goes. It was aired out. That was weird. Alrighty. Awesome. Glad to hear it. So, this is the dried up pan that I finished last night. I took some of the cons out while I was sifting a bunch. And at the bottom of all the siltiest stuff, I said it on the live yesterday, I may not pan that out because it's so fine there may not be anything in it. Well, I was pretty wrong. And I still haven't picked the little ones out yet, but there's something right there that's got a pretty nice sparkle. It's tiny. Oh, it jumped up there. Grab it with my tweezers. Let me show you the one that came out that I'm like, ooh, that could be a diamond. This one right here. That little roly-poly. It's fairly bright, but let me see if I can get a good hold on it and see if we can get a macro shot with some nice lighting here. And I dropped it. You're kidding me. I just heard it bounce off the glove. Oh, I already spent 20 minutes yesterday picking it, finding it in my carpet. There it is. Should move a little more over the table, maybe over the water. Just if I drop it and it goes in the water, I can find it easily. So, got a bit of that roundedness to it, but got kind of the proper shape. A lot of diamonds come out semi like triangular and roundish. So I think that looks about right. That could actually be a natural little diamond right there. I'm excited to test that one later on. We won't do that today during the live, but that's pretty cool. Finding a real diamond. Hey, Alabama, thank you, man. Just looked back over at the chat. Appreciate that. Let me go over to StreamYard and I can highlight that. Thank you, thank you. Morning. How you doing, Mike? Ah, homesick? I'm sorry to hear that. Not homesick, but home and sick. A little different than being homesick. Alright, I'm a little curious. These bubbles were sticking to the bottom. I don't think the jet dry would make any difference to that, but I'm a little curious if the jet dry, which helps break the surface tension, would then make the bubbles come off the bottom. Oh, they are. It is. Look at that. The bubbles are just lifting off the bottom as the jet dry mixes down in there and touches them. Huh. I don't know why. It's bugging me. One there's a bunch of bubbles on the bottom. So, we're gonna kind of jump right in. This is a bunch of what I classified out to the size that I think we're most likely to find potential gemstones, diamonds, sapphires, whatever. I took out the bigger material and the much smaller material, and hopefully if we find something nice of any value, it's gonna be in this size here. More than likely, most of what we find is going to be just like that last little tiny one I showed you, where they're little bitty specimens. But you know what? It was free, and it's not about the value. It's about the fun and the search, but the value is exciting. But, you know, it's not something like I can calculate an ROI, because one, it was a gift from Miller, and two, I don't know how to value all the little rough diamonds I find without sending them into an appraiser. So I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Say goodbye to the clear water, because this muddy mud is gonna muck it up. Most of those chunks too, I'm still gonna have to go through all this. This is not just gonna disappear. A lot of this is still chunky clay-like material that can be broken up more. And I have no idea if you expect to find gemstones within the clay. Oh, the mic's falling out, 1 sec. Oh no. Okay, sorry. My headset was falling out. Hopefully that wasn't too loud as I fixed it. I think I prefer having my studio mic set up, so do a studio mic next time. The headphone though, I just want to see how it worked out. It'll be nice when I have guests on. Headphones are kind of a necessity when you got someone else on the stream. I do have some planned upcoming streams, hopefully with some other people. Hopefully get Jeff on here. Maybe we'll even get Jeff and Josh on, and we'll do a Lapidary Lounge podcast episode with them. It's been ages. Let's see, anyone else join in? No. I had a feeling the morning would be pretty quiet. The Diamonder, Alabama, is that what you're asking? This came from Miller Prospecting, and it's from the Worthington mine. It's unsearched diamond ore from the Worthington mine. And I keep seeing a lot of these really round. Some of them have a really pink hue to them. And I kept thinking they were going to be little gemstones, and I'd grab them out, and I'm like, oh, it's really lightweight. And then I squished it. And it's like pink. Well, that doesn't look pink in that light. Now it looks brown and gray. But in some of the light, they were like, you got all this brown dirt and then these little chunks that poke out that looked almost, I don't know, reddish pinkish hue in them. I can't see any now. That clay right there. Yeah, I don't know, my lighting's not great and I know I'm colorblind, but I swear I'm not crazy. Oh, actually I wanted to use the big riffle side, oops. Chunkers out of there. It's really messing with the panning flow. Yeah, it's clay. A lot of clay and mud here. If you go back, Mike, and check out, like after this, check out the beginning of the stream I did yesterday. When I first show the box, you can see it's just straight up a box of dirt and clay. Looks like they were down in the pit and just took a shovel and literally shoveled some dirt into the box and then shipped it out. I mean, that's what they claim to do, so actually looks like it too. It doesn't look washed or cleaned or searched. In fact, I'm going to reprocess this dirt multiple times and try and get it a little cleaner. As you can see, it's still very dirty. But I've also got to crush all the big pieces. Looks like something. What are you? Spinel? Spinel? Come here. I'm feisty. I just realized I was out of frame. What is that? Almost looks like a little garnet. I'll set that to the side in the little tray and we'll check it out later. Hey, how's it going, Julie? I do have that right, don't I? Femme. Femme mécanique. Any blue barite? Chaos. I haven't seen anything blue in this bag at all. Is there blue barite in that mine? Did you look it up? Did you look up the Worthington mine? Is that what's happening? Sorry, I keep having to adjust this headphone. As I talk, it comes out. I do love these headphones, and they're really nice for listening, like at work all day to music or whatever, but the only problem is as I talk or eat with them, they do kind of, oh, it's just my ears. My ears push headphones out as I talk. The muscles around my ears just push it out in a way. Sorry, I needed a drink of some OJ. Since I'm not having coffee this morning, need some juice. I'll try the little ripple side this time. Oh yeah, how was Denver? Are you still in Denver? Yeah, you were doing the Denver show, weren't you? How's that all going? Whoa, this is weird. Let's check this out. So, I don't know if that's just variances in the clay, but I noticed a lot of multicolored spots in like the breccia pattern of the clay. Got a line of something down here that's one color, that one in the middle that's another color, and then those two up there, separate color, kind of making a face. What are they? Little stones in there? Various types of clay? And I'm gonna need to do some research on this dirt so I also know more of what I'm looking for. So right now I'm just trying to pan stuff down and look for little pretties in the bottom. Looking for heavies and shinies. This water's getting dirty, it's hard to see if shinies are moving out of the pan. One stone is not like anything else in here. Weird. Oh, nice, Alabama. What's, is it like a big show? Is it a small local show? Or are you going to like Tucson? I don't remember when Tucson starts. Oh nice, you're cabbing while watching. Oh good, I'm glad you had fun, Julie. Yeah, I was asking if you were still at Denver. Chaos, I have no idea where the Worthington mine is from. I think it's just by Crater of Diamonds, is my thought. I thought it was still US. I assumed it was still Arkansas diamond dirt and not like a bag of dirt from Africa. Man, can you imagine the shipping on that? Also, I forgot to put my gloves on, dang it. Oh. Hopefully not enough microbials reviving in this dirt to give me any zombie virus. Kind of hard to properly pan this with all the chunkers in there. But I wanted to do this larger classification just to see what we find. More of that clay is, man, looks like a little pinkish stone until I smush it. That is a really red little stone. A little piece of jasper? Is it just crazy red clay? Just didn't look like the color of anything else in there, and it's more clay. Gosh, everything that looks a different color in this bag just ends up being clay. It's like 4 or 5 colors of clay in here. Like a bluish clay, pinkish clay, red clay, gray clay. Brown clay. Is barite an aluminum? I'm gonna have to look that up. Chaos, you got me thinking. Is barite an aluminum-based mineral or have a high aluminum content? Just wondering, because clay usually has a pretty high aluminum content. That's what binds the silica particles. And believe it or not, clay is actually a mineral. It is a crystal. It's not just sediment that happens to be sticky together. Proper clay formation is a mineral crystal formation of aluminum and silica. Oh, give me 1 sec, I guess. No, Mike, I don't believe there's any guarantee. It's just a dirt that Miller sent me. I would have to ask him if he even remembers. He's had it around for a while, and so he sent it to me. And yes, it is definitely not Crater of Diamonds. No. I showed the box yesterday. It's the Worthington mine. So wherever the Worthington mine is, it's that. But this is just a little gift, something free that Miller sent me to pan out. He's like, it's been sitting around a while, and he had mentioned it on a stream. I was like, ooh, that would be fun to pan out. And he's like, yeah, I'll send it to you. You can do it. And he's got more of it. He's like, if you find anything good in there, I guess I'll have to pan out the other one and see what I can find too. So after this, if we don't find anything, I'm gonna go grab the fine stuff really quick that I had sifted out from this, and I'll speed pan through that. I thought it'd be exciting if we found like a nice size like sapphire or something in the larger stuff. There's some really green clay. Yeah, yep, I'm gonna switch off my headphone in a second here too, I think, when I go grab that dirt. See a couple weird colored little pieces of something in there, but definitely not diamond. Man, yeah, that's a lot of clay. Look at that. I really don't know if I just need to crush all of it. Well, guess it's time to build a crusher, huh? Barium sulfate? Okay. Forgot to look at the chat for a minute. Nice, Alabama. Yeah, I've done some of the other diamond dirt from Crater of Diamonds that Lisa sent me, and we found a couple little diamonds in that on the live stream. That was really exciting. And yeah, it looks very different. I've got actually a bin of the Crater of Diamonds dirt just in sight on the other side of my room right there. I can see it over on my little other table here. Also, the Crater of Diamond stuff I got was classified. It was the concentrates, so it was like washed. It was from Diamond Miner Irvin that Lisa Largent got from him and then sent to me. Yeah. Another black kind of faceted looking something. I wonder if that's kind of cubic. Reminded me of it's like hematite. Oh, it broke apart. That's sharp. Huh. I don't know what that little one was, but it's sharp and broke apart. Too small to tell. That was the other oddly black one I pulled out that didn't match the rest. Maybe a piece of carbon that wanted to, or graphite carbon that was trying to turn into a diamond. Got ejected way too soon. Hey, how's it going, Jahik and Jeff? How you guys doing? Oh yeah, Jeff. I mentioned it yesterday on my live that I would be wrapping it up or doing a part 2 this morning. Sorry. I think I put in the Discord and or said in the other live that I was aiming for like a 9 a.m. I ended up starting at 9:15, so we're about 30 minutes in. Give me 1 sec, I'm gonna step away, say bye to Whitney, grab the rest of the other little classified dirt from outside for us to go through. Okay, I'm back. Let me just switch the microphone here because it's bugging me. Okay. As nice as the headphone is and all, when I'm talking to y'all, it falls out. So I'll have to use my over-the-ear headphones. These Skull Candies are nice, but I think they're just a little bit kind of heavy and clunky. And as I talk, my ear kind of pushes this piece out and it slowly falls out. But I do love these headphones. I haven't charged them in like 2 weeks. They've got a little tile tracker in it. Whatever. Should I just show you all my ID so you can track my tile? No, I'm kidding. I don't really care. Okie dokie. Let me catch up. See what else I missed on the chat real quick. And then I kind of want to, I don't know that it'll really matter. I kind of want to dig to the bottom of this. Yeah, get some nice deep scoops out of there. Oops, poured some of that straight into the water. It's okay. This is all going to be searched multiple times. Oh, nice. Oh, I see. I'll have to, let's see, Alabama, are you in the Discord? I feel like we've shared the links. There's a couple websites that show most of the US shows. There's like these 2 expo websites and then the International Gym something website that list most of the US gem shows. They don't always get all the small shows. But another good option is, even if you can't join a club near you, find the nearest clubs to you and join their emailing list. Check out their websites, because most of them do list all your local gem shows. So it's a really great resource. Even if you're not able to join the club and pay the yearly fees, most of them will let you join their emailing and information list, and or still access the website and see the free resources, such as gem shows. So, just something to consider if you're curious and wanting to get out there and looking for gem shows. And this is for everyone, not just Alabama. Being helpful for him, but, you know, it might be helpful for a lot of people who didn't know. Go look up your local gem show, or local gem club, lapidary club, and see what kind of resources they might have free to you. I think I forgot. I gotta go look it up actually. Today or tomorrow, I think my club was doing some, or maybe I just missed it. I may have missed it. My club was doing a couple things. They just did a field trip to Davis Creek and got a bunch of rainbow obsidian. Oh my gosh. When I went to cut those corals and I was at the club cutting, I didn't show it in the video or anything because they weren't mine, but some of the other people there had amazing rainbow obsidian from Davis Creek. And I'm kind of sad I didn't go on that trip, but we had other things going on. I couldn't join them for that trip. What's that? I was gonna say, I'm not seeing anything different or gemmy yet. There's a really weird round rock. I don't know why the really round ones draw my eye. It just looked weird and different than the rest. Yeah, those bone induction headphones are pretty cool, Alabama. That's something I've been considering, but I ended up just buying these recently. I've got some over-the-ear headphones. That'll be great. I've also got my studio microphone set up, but I kind of just wanted to try those out today. It was just a random test. I'll do a quick pan back on this, just to look in the back and see if in the back corner if there's anything hiding in there. Oh, there's a white and shiny. It's a good sign if it's all the way in the back. There's another one. Just a tiny fragment. Can't even grab it. It was so small. Couple little heavy fragments back there, but oh yeah, that is the other problem with clubs. A lot of them, the people who run the clubs are, getting older, not doing as much. A lot of clubs are becoming less active, not updating their websites. I tried to help a friend in another state, and when we looked up their local clubs, yeah, it was kind of made sense, but they hadn't been updated since like 2019, and it's like, well, I guess we know what happened to the person with the password for their website. Womp womp. That's such a shame. So many clubs were going pretty strong for so many decades, and then the pandemic just wiped out so many people. A lot of these things were kind of feeling lost and forgotten, but I do feel like there's a nice resurgence in lapidary these days, and it's not just because of the YouTube community. It's everywhere I look now. It's all over Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, everywhere. There's people getting really into not just the buying crystals, which has always been big, but people are getting really interested in, like, how do people polish crystals? How do people find all these crystals? And it's building a nice, healthy relationship with the lapidary skills again, and getting people interested in talking to those with experience, the old timers who've been doing it for ages, so they can pass on their knowledge, teach the next generation how to cut and polish. And the beauty of it is most of these techniques and methods and everything, they haven't really changed much over the centuries or millennia even. I mean, you look all the way back to the Greeks, and in Pompeii, we have such great preserved spots in Pompeii that we actually could see where a guy was working and in the process of polishing his countertops when the eruption happened. The countertops were partly polished and one side seemed to be finished, and then his tools and everything were there were still fragments found around there. When I went to Pompeii, we saw it in the museum, and it was pretty cool. But what was most amazing was the stone was still polished to this very day. As they removed the ash and pumice in Pompeii, they were able to find actual polished agates and jaspers and onyxes and all this stuff in this big countertop this guy had made. And I show it if you go watch my Pompeii live in 4K video on my channel. It was a couple years ago. At one point, as we're going through Pompeii, you can see some of those polished agate countertops. And the most amazing part of that is, they didn't have power, but they essentially were using things just like our flat laps today. They had figured out ways to make foot pedal wheels shortly after that time to start actually spinning the wheels and discs. But before that, they were sitting there by hand and using grits and just sitting there and doing circles day in and day out. And it would take them a lot longer to polish stone, but the method was the same. It was a polishing compound, some sort of rougher grit that would wear down on the stone. And they actually used different types of grit. It wasn't just rubbing sand and stuff until it was polished. They had different compounds and even organics that they used for polishing. They had learned tricks of using leather or even bamboo reeds and stuff to get final polish methods going a lot smoother. And, man, I don't even know how I got on this tangent, but point being, it was the clubs thing. People have just passed down these skills for millennia and millennia, and it's important that we keep it going. Because while, yes, it's all cataloged on the eternalness that is the internet, what happens the day the internet disappears and we don't have people who actually know the skills? I guess there's books, and hopefully people will pick them back up, but the internet is taken away from people's actual learning and education and hands-on skill development. As I say, while broadcasting on the internet to all of you watching on the internet. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but one day it could all be gone. We could be living in a Mad Max world in like a week's time for all we know. You know how many people are building bunkers and actually scared of that? They didn't have to compare it. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, Karen. Okay. I went on my tangent there for like 5 minutes. I need to go back and look at the chat. Karen joined in. Hello, Karen. I just got panning and ranting. Been writing some of my Geology 101 series and doing research for it, and I've just got so much to talk to you guys about. So much I want to share. But the history of geology and stuff like that, that'll be much later. I'll be like, season 2. I'm trying to start season 1 this winter. The first bit we're getting into is going to be basic geology. It's real Geology 101 stuff. We're talking plate tectonics. We're talking volcanism. We're going to talk very basic planetary geology and how the planets formed and the densities, and yeah. Whole solar system was stratified by density in a way. We're gonna have to have a whole episode just on gold and how gold forms. Actually gonna probably be more than one. Gold's gonna be a real special thing. Especially because I hope by the end of season 1, I'll have actually been out and done some real gold panning here in California finally. I had been talking to a couple people here that do some metal detecting, nugget hunting, gold panning, and they're like, yeah, come out, come join us anytime. And then I messaged him again. I was like, yeah, when? I want to come now, next weekend. When can I come? And then never heard from him again. That might be too much to pan back. Oh, there's a shiny. There's a big shiny. What are you? No way, that's diamond. Looks kind of gypsum-y. Oh yeah, wait. Spaced it. Distracted myself again. I said I was gonna look at chat. So, got Bama. Cheers, Bama. I love when people call Alabama Bama. Oh, Lesby Rockins here as well. Hello, Les. 406. What's up, Travis? Oh man, I missed a few people coming in. Yeah, it was amazing, Karen. Like, when we saw what was preserved in Pompeii and parts of Rome, and just the places we saw in Italy, it was amazing. I don't even know where to start, but like I was saying, they had actual flat laps that they made, and there was a foot pedal, and as they pushed up and down, moved up and down the foot pedal, it moved, like, yeah, you were saying, like belts or whatever, to sticks and gears, and they made things that turned, and they could actually have a spinning, moving flat lap. And pottery wheels, I mean, they were masters of pottery. They had the spinning pottery wheel, and they used that as well. It was the same exact idea to set up for stone polishing. And it's insane to think about. Over 2,000 years people had been doing this. And then we look back, and what was it, over 4,500 years ago, is some of the earliest polished obsidian we know of. Like, what is it, Royal Egyptians had polished stone 4,500 years ago. Maybe it's even further back, like 6,500 years ago might be the first polished obsidian mirror. Somewhere in that range, 6,500 years ago. Like, that is a long time ago, and people have been polishing stone, passing down the techniques, sharing the knowledge. Oh, voice. Oh, awesome, voice. I love that. I did learn how to crochet. You know, I can do a bit of crochet. Oh, which that reminds me, I gotta go send this blanket to my brother. I've got a blanket I finished for my stepbrother for one of his kids he had. I had meant to send it to him like a year ago and forgot. His kid's getting big. I gotta send this blanket. Although it was definitely massive for that size child. It's still massive for how big she is. Be a nice blanket though. Little blankie, crocheted by her uncle. Oh, that is a nice looking little one. Hello. Wow. I don't know if that's even catching the camera, but the way the light's hitting that one,
That's got a potential to be a really tiny diamond, but definitely a shiner. It was like glowing in the light. Now, these big rocks are just need to gently come out of my way. I am going to try and get my video finished in just a bit here. I chose to do this live instead of work on the video. So if my premiere's a little late tonight, you all know why. It's because I'm doing this. Oh, but I do need to watch the time. Yep, I gotta go real soon here. So this was just supposed to be an hour-long live. And then I have to go give my dogs medicine, take a shower, eat some breakfast, and go to work. And then on my breaks at work, I will be editing the video for tonight. It's mostly edited now. Or, I shouldn't say mostly, it's about half edited now. But once I get the clips edited down and everything synced up the way I need it to, I'm going to add a little bit of music. And then, yeah, wrap it up and hopefully get it to premiere by 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific time tonight. And just to give you guys a peek of what it's going to be. And some of you already know, I've definitely talked about it. It's not like some secret video. I panned all of this gold. Woo! Yesterday and the day before. But all of that tasty gold right there is all going to be in tonight's video. Ish gold! There's some dirty stained gold in there. Look at that. Some almost black gold. Some of it needs a little bit of cleaning. Oh, yeah, that's some tasty gold right there. Num 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 num. Look at that big old. That's a mini picker right there in the corner of that chunker. Actually, is a picker. Whoops. Oh no. Hold on. I got a little gold step to my finger. A gold finger, you might say. Huh. Gosh, I'm gonna go watch that stupid movie. It's been so long. Probably won't like it as much as an adult. The last few Mike Myers movies I tried to watch, I'm like, yeah. Sure loved that as a kid, but as an adult, he's just a little bit annoying. I understand, Mom. I'm sorry. Now I know why my parents used to think Jim Carrey and Mike Myers and all those people were so annoying. When I look back, they were the age I am now. My parents were in their 30s, and when I was a little kid, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so funny, they're the funniest thing ever. My parents were like, they're dumb. Now I understand. It really is dumb. It's 30, 40 plus year old men acting like 8-year-olds to entertain 8-year-olds. I needed to grow up to understand that though. Don't get me wrong, it's still fun to laugh at stupid things. And, you know, I tried to watch that Pentaverate one he did. I don't know. Gave it a good try. Good honest try, but it just didn't work for me. Let's see what I'm missing here. It is a lot of gold, Karen. And some of it's coming to you. Boop. I had to give you a little boop. But yeah, I am still making you that bag, Karen. I've got a pay dirt coming to you and to Jeff. And it might be separate than this little package I told you about yesterday, because the gold will weigh more, be larger, cost more to ship, and I want it in a better box. As where the package I'm sending you now is just going to be in a little bubble mailer and doesn't need a lot of protection, super lightweight, nothing of high value in there. So, it might be just a little bit of time, because over the next few weeks I do have a few things going on. I'm having a little bit of an issue with my school. I felt really stupid. I was doing something wrong on the application. I was putting in my associate's degree wrong. I was trying to put it in as an associate's degree credits for transfer, like saying that I had earned the credits to get an associate's degree at another school, and I want to come here to get my associate's earned. I was on the wrong pages and not understanding why and what was going on. I'm like, why won't you just accept my associate's degree? I have an associate's, just take it. So anyway, it was a whole kerfluffle, and got that mostly figured out yesterday, and just trying to do school stuff. And then I've got my dad coming out to visit at the end of the month, and we're gonna go spend some time in wine country. And then I'm also trying to get out next week to film a part of my Geology 101 series, as well as the week after that. John, Saucer Hunter, if you're watching this now or later, please email me, bud. I'll try and remember and send you an email later, but I'd like to extend a little invitation out to you to come join me for the filming of an episode of my future series. And maybe anyone else on the channel. If you're in the California area, let me know. I think the only ones that are really close to me enough that they are going to be in the area that I'm going to be filming that I know of are John and Ma. But I already told Ma, and she's invited to come join me on one of my special episodes I've got planned out. Oh yes, Jeff. That was the other one I was thinking of. Adam Sandler. Although I never liked him as much. Like, even as a kid, teen, adult, Adam Sandler was always like, meh. I liked 50 First Dates, that one was okay. But yeah, I didn't like a lot of what he did. Oh, especially I don't even remember what it's called, Christmas one or Hanukkah one. I don't know, the holiday one he did. Eight Crazy Nights, was that him? Was that one? I don't know, it was like an animated one. But well, let's see, what else is going on? Before we take off, I've got a little list pulled up here. I meant to do this at the very beginning, but if your name is said, you've got speaking of holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, doesn't matter. I don't celebrate anything, but I do like to give stuff out. So this holiday season, I will be giving my Patreon members some gifts, and those are going to be Jeff. We've got Gems of Hope. I don't know if she still watches this stuff. If you are, hi Gems, I hope you're doing well. But you are still active. You will be getting a nice little Christmas gift. We got Little Moon, which is Wild Heart. Thomas Leha, Jessica Keaton, Lisa. We all know Lisa. We got Rich, and we got Daniel. Yeah. What was that? Oh, oh my gosh, I'm making hand gestures and it's going off on the screen. I was like, what was that? Is that everyone? Oh. It says that is all active. Oh, because it's not counting free members, right. So that is all my paid Patreon members. You will all be getting a Christmas gift this year. Hanukkah, holiday, what have ya. So also, big thank you to all of you for making everything I do a lot easier. It is with your funds and the donations I get through Patreon that I'm able to buy some of the stuff that I do for the stream. The extras, the lights, what have you, the things that I need to keep this going. And then the extra from that I put right back into it. And what I'm trying to do from here on out, and have been doing, is I get my Patreon, whatever they don't tax, and whatever I get out of the Patreon that's not taxed, I then cut that in half. Half of it goes right back to all of you. So only half of what I'm bringing in on Patreon actually supports the channel. The other half goes right back to giveaways and the Patreon gifts that I'm trying to send out every 2 or so months. Every 2 or 3 months doing the Patreon gifts. And it looks like we've got quite a few other members that maybe just expired. Jenny J, Julia downgraded, and LXR paused. And then our free members are John Shipman, Andrew, ML, George, Kenji, James, Melissa, John Saucer Hunter, Catherine S, Cindy C, and Sandra H. Those are all the free Patreon members. I still thank you all as well. It helps to have the numbers on Patreon up. Even if you're free members, you get to see some exclusive content. There's not a lot of it on there now, But I am working on a few more at the moment. I've got 2 videos I've been filming in my closet of like the updates on my shelf, and there's going to be a members only and Patreon video up, showing all the steps as I've been redoing my display and getting it all put together. And so yeah, that's the thanks to the Patreon members. Also thanks to the channel members. You will all be entered into a giveaway during that holiday season giveaway bit. I don't think there's a way to differentiate between the free members that I give gifts to and those that buy them. I also don't really care. If you're a channel member, you're going to be entered for those little giveaways. Hey, Josh. But yeah. Who else has anything going on today? Is there any lives? Got Allison. Yeah. Allison, Lesby Rockin', I think I already said hello. Josh has said hello. Yeah, anyone else got any lives going on today or anything? Let the community know. Post your links below in the chat if you want. If you know of anyone else doing a live that's rock hounding, gold panning, lapidary related, feel free to share it, let me know. I think Lapidary Dave is probably doing a live later tonight, if not a premiere. He's been doing one pretty much every day because he's got the Denver show going on now, and it's that time of year where Dave's channel gets popping. I mean, for the last few months he's been prepping for the show, and he was doing, you know, a bit of polishing and lives getting ready for the Denver show, but now it is the Denver show and he's out there and been filming quite a bit, putting out premieres of the different vendors and then doing live sales. I think yesterday he was selling Ethiopian opal, and I was kicking myself because I'm like, that was the vendor that I wanted to go back to, and I had seen them at Denver last year, I think it was the same one, but anyway, much cheaper than the opals I just bought 2 weeks ago. I did talk the guy down a little bit, but he was charging $9 a gram and then charging me like $6 or $7 a gram. But for the same quality of stuff that show that Dave was at was asking like $3-4 a gram or something. So you gotta hate that. But the show I went to only had the one opal seller, and I just was really craving some opals, and I couldn't help it. I'm bad, and I go to a show and I say, I'm not going to buy anything, I'm not going to buy anything. I walk in and tell my wife, I'm not going to buy anything. By the end of the show, I'm like, can I just buy one thing? I need to buy something. I need to leave with a thing, please. So for those who don't know, let me show you what I bought. Hey, congrats, Alabama. I'm gonna be real, I don't think I knew you produced content, so I'll go make sure I'm subscribed. Alright. Move the water out of the way, because this I do not want to drop into the water. I'll try to drop this on the carpet. Alright. So, I did a thing, I bought some things, and they were pretty nice things, so I couldn't resist. But there were some pretty good opals. This one got some sand on the outside, but the inside was very clear and had amazing colors, even dry. And then I bought a couple faceted opals as well to put into my wraps. I'm gonna be doing some wraps. More wraps here soon. I thought it'd be kind of fun to wrap some faceted opals. So I got some lovely, I believe they're smoked Ethiopian. I think he lied. There's no way these are Australian, but he had them labeled as faceted Australian opals, and because of the price and the fact that they definitely look like smoked Ethiopian, I think the guy is just not the most honest seller, unfortunately. But he gave me a good enough price for all of that together. This one's color all the way through the stone. And despite the sand on the outside, the inside looks sand free when I put a gem torch to it. Same with this one. Inside looks mostly clear of sand. There's some at the very top up there that'll have to be ground out in a way. Like there. But there's enough inside this stone to get a pretty nice opal cut out of it, I think. It's got a really strong color. And both of them have reds. I bought them because in the right light, they've got reds. It's hard to find. Oh, I saw some there. Yeah. That's the thing I did. I did the thing and bought a thing. Alright. Oh, thank you, Josh. Appreciate that. Yeah, right, Chaos? I know. I saw the bin and they said faceted Australian opals, and as soon as I started digging through them, I'm like, this looks like a bin of smoked Wello, whatever, Ethiopian opal. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure not. And then I posted it online and got doubly ashamed because I think I said it in the Discord or something. I was like, check out these opals. Guy said they're Australian, or maybe I didn't even say. And someone said, yeah, they look like smoked Wello. I was like, yeah, I thought so. I had my hopes up, and there was a little part of me that was hopeful they were actually Australian, but given that he charged me $25 for the two of those together, total, like those two stones being $25, there's no world in which you could buy Australian opal that cheap. Nope, just not. The two rough opals were $15 together, and the two faceted ones were $25 together. So I spent $40. I'm happy though. It was worth it. I just spent $40 just, I don't know, have a nice faceted opal to put in my ring that I'm planning. Want to do one for a ring and one for a pendant. Doing a few wire wraps. Woo! Look at that. Alabama getting the subs. Alright, let me make sure I clicked. Alabama, go to channel. Alabama Slammer. Who's the Alabama Slammer? Hey, look at that. We got Chinese writing opal. Ooh! Look at that. Alright, well. I hope you all are having a good one, as Jennifer just said to Josh, but I was going to want to go rock counting with you at your property, Alabama. Yeah, right? I'm gonna go watch some of his videos while I get ready. I gotta go make some breakfast, take care of the dogs. I need to do the things, be an adult, go to work, make the money, and I've only got an hour left to do all that and try and edit some of my videos. So I'm gonna take off now. I just realized the music was going the whole time. No one said anything, so I'm assuming it wasn't too loud. I meant to turn it off right at the start. So bad about this. It's because they have it on like 4 different pages of stuff. You gotta click comments, banners, brand, private chat. Nice. Hey, a flash flood brings out the gold. Get to reveal all the gems and the pretties. Music was good? Okay. Alright, everyone. Much love. Oh, yeah, wait. Hold on. Let's see. Does it work? I forget. I gotta try it. Much love. I will see y'all later. Have a great day. Take care.